Hi guys, me Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. I'm trying out my new mic. Um, Let me know if this sounds better because it should. It's better, sound better. Let's prep for the Monday. I'm on set tomorrow. You guys, I just worked on the Kai Senat's video live stream yesterday, the LBA drafting 2025. That was a lot of fun. This is how 23-year-old kids um, do millions of dollars nowadays. That's remarkable, I think. But I think it's draining. I don't know how sustainable it is. Reminds me of the Circle movie. It gives volume. Yeah, there was some volume here, aka exhaustion volume here. That would be great if it goes all the way down here, but it's not the matter of the fact it will. And can just turn around like it did. Well, it's weekend though. All this volume, I think, is insignificant. I don't think I see it. It's insignificant. So needs to be validated on Monday, but technically, that's where our thing reversed with this volume, and this is yesterday, Saturday. IWM, T1 volume, and comparable volume again. I'd say it should reach here before deciding what I want to do. Dow Jones is in a break, turn direction as it should on superior time frame, on inferior time frame, after correction closed on superior. SPY grinds higher, now an official correction. Qs are good in continuation of the trend. Qs are good in continuation of the trend. Makes no sense because superior time frame level is in between inferior time frame levels. However, it's premature yet because still, because we don't know whether it's going to be the biggest volume of the whole movement or not. Movement of the whole impulse wave. So yeah, that was a cute little job yesterday in Quixote Studios in the Valley. He moved from New York to LA, of course, as every person does on their way to success in the entertainment business. And yeah, I played Mr. Crocker. A lot of you, I'm sure, know him. The Denzel Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents. Who knows that Timmy got fairy godparents? That's a lot of fun. I didn't get a lot of fun screen time. I checked the recording already. Yeah. Just mostly my reactions and um when I was taking an interview. First of all, it's most over my shoulder, and secondly, they are not even streaming the interviewer microphone, so but that was fun regardless. That was a fun, cute little project. And that's how I got to be Mr. Crocker. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so they changed direction, and that's a massacre anyway, so there's nothing for you, Mishka. And Monday, I'm gonna change the whole thing, I'm pretty sure. Uh, yes, my sweetheart Oracle. I think I finally found the holy grail of how to read the gaps, subtracting added volume of the day from the volume of the previous day from this day, and then so this gap should be treated as the long bar with 26 million volume, whereas this one is 131. So yeah, I think I'm in love with everything that's going on here. It reached the yearly potential. Hmm. It's at the resistance level and monthly, one bar reversal and still, and the volume is absolutely just the biggest volume. So is hourly, not even close. So we ducked under and I opened the trade and I'm gonna run until 260, I think I put. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe it's something to be Googled, but I don't know how to. So say if I want to sell my put once the price of the stock reaches 262, how do I set it up? 262.06. Technically, gap closes here, but I think this would be a good target. Yeah, I'm yet to explore surf for now. Um, it has to be manual, but I'll inquire into how can, if it's even possible to sell puts as the limit order once the price of the main asset reaches certain value. Um, this is um, weekend volume, so never mind. It's never mind. Um, yeah, we need Monday. So this is like everything here. KHC, I'm glad that I'm only like in a fraction of a position because it didn't go my direction. And I kind of already hear my um, trading coach saying, "Hey Misha, what did you expect?" It's counter trend. It's also reached point 0.5 potential monthly. But I was like, yeah, I really love this volume. But he's like, I told you multiple times, no volume in the world will stop. No single bar will start the wave, stop the wave. Uh, which brings us back to this guy. But here it's just it's not the volume. It's not a hyper volume. It's I don't know. It's Kaizenat volume. I'll call it that now. Whereas here it's still big, but and also where in the middle of nowhere here, and at the resistance level, high but still. Look how fast it goes down. That would be very sharp reversal. Yeah. Okay. Fjord. I think it has to correct lower, especially considering this volume. It's like volumes align all the time. Just like jumps around a very similar volume level. But yeah, anyhow, that was technically an entry, but there's no context on monthly for that. Monthly has to go here. There was nothing on hourly. Um, Biggest breakthrough of the last week, maybe the entire month, or I don't know, entire year, you name it, was of course the fact that mm, I think I found how to short on the American market, which opens me to the whole new set of opportunities. Yeah, I see I'm doing it here as well. Doesn't matter, it's like thousands or millions, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's important to understand that this is exhaustion. All Russian markets need Monday. Not an exhaustion, but it's a good volume, second largest, but still more volume approaching the level, which is weird because you want to see the biggest volume mm, interacting with the level, period. Counter trend, stock is high. Um, no exhaustion volume whatsoever. Not even close. And manipulation with even lower volume. Uh, that would have worked if I quick sec. And that was fair from a condition extreme. Uh, The same game here, but now we need a closed manipulation signal because here daily already bypassed. The transition extreme. So counter trend probably. Yeah. 5 minutes though. Oh, we don't need a closed manipulation signal. Not that. Oh, and that's a break actually, by the way. By the way, especially since so that needed a test. Yeah. It's last hour of the day, so that's sign of strength. So that's also a 27:30, 27:24, 27:30. It's not a Tesla. Well, yeah, it's good after a test. It's counter trend. This sign of strength is arbitrary because this volume is bigger and mm, the interval, the body is actually bigger on the previous bar. Um, the previous bar is 270, the body, and this bar is 241. So yeah, it's not sign of strength. And this sign of strength ended with this bullish bar blocking it with its tail, so we don't have sign of strength. And 0.5 is so far away. Regardless, it's a wait. Why did I even put it there? It's local. So this volume, and this was the biggest volume, right? The biggest volume. And then it like bebopped, manipulates this volume, broke it officially by hair. Again, and volume dies every time from here, and then weak approach, and then volume dies, then jumps over. That was volume spring. It's now a test, but it was also last hour of the week. So it was still, I'm sorry, a little bit too much for a volume. No, 5 minutes is. Well, let's see how it goes on Monday, but and that's a 1 bar rule, by the way, so it's not even that. So yeah, it was sign of strength, but it's broken, so no. So no, maybe on daily after it uh, completes test, if it does. This is all last hour of days, their respective days, so I wasn't concerned with that. Mm, dun, 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 dun. Me? So I don't think there is a point to insist on this balance because it's just the beginning of the wave. It happens to be weak in its beginning. Yeah, and it's counter trend, so all we can. So yeah, no. It's already reached its potential, like right here. So um, it still have room to go on daily in terms of the short movement. So can be good for short, but no use. Same deal. It's already used its potential. It's counter trends only up to 0.5. So here, that can be good. Short if it comes here. I should stop distinguishing shorts and longs, really. It's too close to resistance zone now, so even if it goes here, no, 347. So if it goes here, it's like too late because if after reaching the resistance zone, it goes back there. Mm, no, that's not how it works. Um, boom. This is an interesting volume, aka potentially exhaustion volume. Hmm. I'm not sure if this level exists actually. Hmm. I'm not sure if that level exists at all. Um, it's just a correction. It's just a correction. Oh. So this trade would have worked twice. Adobe was offering to make some money. And twice I chickened out. This is now good for, those are all earnings, you know. And you see how earnings are green, but stocks goes down. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I really don't. So that was an entry so tight. 2 bar spring with a very good volume, then risky. Well, not really. Yeah, I don't know. I chickened out. The same like here. On volume to our string, and then this volume. Obnoxious. Obnoxious. Change direction. Goes higher. Goes higher. It's a 1 bar rule. This sign of strength potentially here. And it's very close to, too close to resistance level now. So even if it comes here, I don't think it's going to be any good for anything. Still good in continuation of the trend. Yeah. That would need a test because there's a bigger volume on approach, like right here. Nothing on hourly. Nothing on hourly. Something weird. Spring regardless. It's 2 bar spring here. Isn't it scary after volume like that? Boom. Just like to play it bold. Just to play it bold. Like this. Like this. Mhm. Yeah, I think this is a sign of strength. Oh wow. It's the first time I did it, so you can. Huh. You see what's going on? I mean, that makes sense. You can select multiple objects and then copy paste them. Interesting, but I think mainly useless feature for me. Um, it's balanced, right? So it's good for short. Well, not sure about any of that. One could tell that this is a level. Uh, I don't know. Why would I take my chances on it? This is good for short. Yeah, exactly. Up to 0.5. Okay. Just can't close. Yeah. 628, 539. Yeah, officially it's in correction now. So please get in line. Same deal. It's uh it's a correction. Officially a Newman corporation. So it's Goldman Sachs. It's weird that Lehman Brothers went under, but somehow Goldman Sachs like tightly associates in my head with 2008. Uh, Same deal. Everything kind of closed in correction. Now you see my acting coach. No, kind of. He would yell every time. I'd say kind of, sort of. It's no kind of. Um, that was the rule in the Meisner class. No kind of. No uncertainty. And an interesting thing that, like, yeah, that resonated with me on a higher level, but it took me some time to realize um, that every question, in essence, is just a statement lacking confidence. Meisner used to say that, and so we've been taught. And I was like, yeah, there's something to it, but I just can't like place it, for myself. I couldn't quite figure it out. Um, and now I totally get it and agree to that. It's so evident for me that every time you ask a question, you're just making a statement and you're afraid to make it. Like here, my question is like, what the heck? You didn't take the straight. This statement is like, stop chickening out. There's like money for you, and you just don't take it. Um, yeah. And my biggest example, I think, is, and it took me some time. People always ask me like where I'm from. Mm, hearing my accent, that's the first thing they ask, where are you from? And it took me a long, long, long time. And like on my visceral level, I already knew what their statement is, but it took me a long time to understand is what they're really saying. You sound foreign. You're not from here. Um, so yeah, guys, next time you Ask a person of accent um, where they are from without them initiating this conversation. Be aware that you're not asking a question. You're just not confident enough to say, "You sound foreign. You're not from here." Um, and also what you imply by doing this insecure statement. Um, so if you're to do it, please be brave and just do it in the form of statement. Um, so yeah, I think it's a really, really good um, practice of not doing statements. Another thing that I realized that I can identify this. So 40 millions on 6th of August. I can also now say if the, yeah, but there is a big volume. Uh, yeah, almost 32 versus 38, so very close. So it would be big and significant even without 32 would be like this. So it's a real volume, is what I'm saying. Because I gotta go. I'll work on the rest of the list later. Take care. Trade responsibly on your own. Never listen to anyone. No one knows anything. Learn and grow in the communities of like minded people, such as like myself. Take care.